Alright, that's 83. Oh, I do need to take Steve off the map because the story, he's already gone and left. Each of you guys would have received a full heal for the level up, and I'm fine with that being the case. Spell slots are still gone, obviously, but I'm fine with each of you keeping the full heal and not tracking back. Alright. One last one out the way. Let's get on with the show. Last we left off, the Wayward Wanderers battled on a peak somewhere in the Zator Mountains. High atop the snowy peaks, they charged down the Maiden of the Gale with Steve in tow. Too late to stop her, Rin unlocked the prison that had kept Crum sealed all these years. Crum, a giant demigod of thunder, stepped out of the hole in the mountain, and as he lay his first step on free ground, he crushed the Maiden, killing her instantly. Crum's power was overwhelming, and his large blasting attacks zipped all over the battlefield. In one fell swoop, he pulled everyone to a spot in front of him and hurled a giant blast of lightning. Steve dived out in front of everyone, attempting to take the blow himself. And as Steve's body was flung back, unharmed, the idol sat floating in the air, jittering and cracking. As waving rays of light emitted from it, time around it slowed down. The idol broke, and out crawled a small, naked cherub. The cherub grew its little wings, floated up, and greeted the party. The party was in the midst of Lyro, god of Fae, whom had slowed time drastically for everything except themselves. They explained that they had given them the idol, as they felt that after the naughty stuff they pulled with the Lich, that they needed some good laughs at the group's expense. However, they also explained that Steve was their favourite little guy. Someone they loved to follow around and laugh at because he's got such a one-track mind. So much so that Lyro had even blessed him, made him on par with a demigod. Everything he tried, he always succeeded at. Everything he did always worked out, and whatever he did do was always the best thing to do. The group, astounded, could barely take in this information and had little time to do so. Lyra informed them that he wanted Steve to survive, but couldn't help themselves on account of being preoccupied with Linnaeus. They imbued the group with a small bit of their power on the condition that Steve never learned about the connection between him and them. And with that, Lyra was gone, and combat resumed. Using their new mythic actions and legendary resistances, the group flung everything they could into Crum, ravaging his body. Just as Crum was reaching his end, their newfound power slipped out from under them, and they each felt a little giggle rip through the air. With Crum's body tearing apart at the seams, it was just a comparatively small step to take to finish this fight once and for all. Hurling spells from all directions, Anxi dealt the killing blow, and Crum's body slumped down in the cold snow, his thunder to never grace the skies again. Wayward Wanderers, I must remind you, every action has a consequence. Who knows what legendary tales may be told of how the demigod Crum, paragon of thunder, was felled at the hand of a changeling. But in this single moment, the first quiet moment you've had in weeks, only you know what has happened on this cold mountain top. So as the cloud overhead is now parted, and a mesh of gorgeous colours are spread throughout the night sky, what would you like to do?
Didn't we already turn into clouds and start heading back?
I don't believe
Steve
so,
went off.
not yet. Steve went off and dipped before the rest of you.
Steve was nowhere to be found, yeah.
Is there anything you guys would like to do while you're still up here with anything that's here? We have established that Crum's body is almost fully disintegrated. And just a massive pile of ash and dust. Inside the prison, there was just a cold stone square with some chains and shackles in each corner.
Should we do anything about the body, or just leave it here?
I mean, it's disintegrated. There's not much to do.
It's mostly a part of ash. Take some ash if you want. Maybe somebody would want to buy some ash of a fallen
Cremash?
god.
Demigod. Let's not push it.
Ash of a fallen demigod. It seems like the kind of thing Taran might want to collect.
It does seem like it, doesn't it?
You want to investigate the body.
No.
You want to pick up some of the ash and dust?
Yeah, I'll pick it up. Yeah, why not? Add it to my collection.
All right, we'll add some crumb dust to your inventory then. Is there any mark that you guys would like to leave at this site of your battle? Anything you leave behind? A small signature story to tell? Or are you booking it back down to the city where it's not cold?
Don't think there's anything. We can't get through. The cave bit's blocked, isn't it? I can't remember. No, it's
No, it said a second ago. It's open and it's just a big empty square inside that he was shackled up in, and that's it.
nothing else. Okay. Because that would have been my first protocol, would be to look into it. But
I think you did actually look into it last session.
Mm.
did I?
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember. I'll be honest. I gotta look at the stream. I think we should probably go back to the city.
I think so.
Do we have any means of maybe blocking the cave? Or... I don't know.
I mean, how would we be able to block the cave bit? What would we use?
Well, usually magic Taurin.
I don't know. Yeah, we should block it.
So, if you give me 10 minutes, I can block up the cave.
I feel like 10 minutes is a great time for you to do something about it. Would you be creating a stone or something made out of stone? Can we maybe inscribe something within it?
I'm sure we can. Torrin has a trowel, which I think it's not the perfect tool, but I think we can use it to.
And if you're shaping a
carve
stone
something
wall,
in
can
the
you
rock.
not just like etch something into it by default?
Well, I'm not going to shape a stone wall. I'm going to create a stone wall. Well, a wall of stone, to be exact.
Oh, yeah, and if that stays there for X amount of time, it just seals in. What's the size
becomes
on the
a
wall of
permanent
stone you can
structure.
make?
Big.
But
Yeah. It's. The wall is 6 inches thick, is composed of 10 foot by 10 foot panels. There is something that says how many panels. I think it's like 20 panels.
So the thing is, like, the hole is like 20 feet wide and 30 feet high. You can use the panels in such a way that it blocks it up.
Okay.
It definitely
good
won't
question.
look natural with the wall, but it'll, be blocked up.
Yeah.
Are the pieces of the idol still on the floor? When it broke.
They are two
Can we
scorched
can we
little
throw
bits of
them in the
shattered
hole
wood.
first?
Oh, in the prison.
Yeah.
Can if you want to.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Is Torin going to try and steal some of it before you do? That's the question.
I'm gonna attempt to try and pick a bit of it up.
I'll be paying attention.
Well, it would be a what kind of check would that be?
So you would just make a stealth check, Torin, that you need to beat to not be seen, and then you would need to make a sleight of hand check to somehow swipe these away from Andros.
You know what? I'm actually not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna swipe.
Andros, you-
I mean, if I saw you walking towards where the idol was, I was going to wonder paralysis you.
Why? I gave you the wand. You are the chosen one.
well,
Anyway, yeah, foam into all.
Ale, you
Um,
toss two small bits of shattered and scorched wood into a large open cavern. Takes a couple seconds, but you eventually hear a as they hit and roll on the floor below.
I'll then cast Wall of Stone, and it does say that the Wall of Stone must merge with other stone, so it will merge into the sides of the crevice that's been left to
Mm-hmm.
seal it up completely.
Okay. And with that, you watch as giant panels of stone slide across this gaping cavern inside, well, atop this mountain range. The cliff face is now sealed, and after enough time, the wall of stone will solidify and permanently stay.
Oh, sorry, nothing.
Yeah. And if Sir Torin wants to use his trial to carve in the wayward wanderers were here.
I could do that.
Well, I do, however, believe we should probably add Steve's names.
The wayward wanderers and Steve were
Hey,
here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you
I
need
can
to-
carve that.
You need to do a check of some kind to not misspell Wayward Wanderers.
That would probably be a strength check if I was carving it. And I don't have good strength.
No, it's just roll a just a general dexterity check. It doesn't need to be high.
It's just a normal modern, doesn't it? Just
No, this is where the idol activates one last time.
oh, please no. That was a nat 20.
A nat 20 is rolled.
Great start, Cotrix.
And as Torin is carving a small little inscription inside this newly erected stone wall,
Erected.
each of you feel a slight rumble.
Of course, we do.
Not coming from your pocket this time, however. Throughout the entire mountain range, you look up overhead and you can see a large streaking meteor wrapped in green energy fly across the night sky atop of you. Whatever it is, it's flying incredibly fast. And then you just watch it continue to fly off into the distance, somewhere out east, way high up out there in the starry sky.
Can I try to make sense of it? Would it make sense for that to be the lich being basically thrown away by insane godlike force and yeah.
Make an intelligence check.
Ooh, I have lucky points.
Okay.
I mean, if it is glitch, we need to go help it.
I swear to fucking God.
Very lucky.
Fuck off, ducks.
Can I offer you guidance?
It ain't helping it, is it?
It might. Go ahead and roll guidance.
That's a 13.
You contemplate what just happened. How this thing streaked over everybody's heads, way high up out in space. Not even in the sky, out in space this flew by. Whatever was at the center of it was something mundane. It wasn't a thing or an entity. It was, if anything, some kind of ammunition. Best as you can tell, whatever that was, well, you're just glad it didn't hit you. Or Zemia.
Okay. Well, should we go back and bring some good news to the townsfolk?
I think so.
I think, Anxie, don't you also have some news to share with the group as well of a correction that you've mean to make?
No.
Something you've told them previously that ended up not being the case?
No.
Okay.
Dax, can you stop meddling?
Absolutely.
Like, you're trying to tell Torin what to do. You're trying to tell me what to say. Like,
I'm not.
if I
I'm
wanted
not
to
saying.
say something, I would have said it.
I'm just making sure that's still in your mind. Okay.
Oh, it's in my mind, and I've decided to not share it. So let's
Okay.
move on.
So
I see Anxie being sus. Can I do an insight check?
no.
How are you gonna do an inside check? I mean, to be fair, I'm currently sending a few sending spells as we speak, so you can probably do that. I'll allow it.
Okay, go ahead then. She's allowed it. Yeah, no, you're not beating.
I'm luckying that.
Unfortunate. He's using.
He's the chance of that.
It always happens to me to be. Wait, what?
That's 2 lucky rolls in a row that have just re-rolled the same thing.
Something fell.
Yeah, why did I bother picking up lucky?
Yeah. Most of the times it's not useful at all. It's too bad. Just disappointing.
Okay.
Anyway.
Am I going to get those sending spells now, or are those the ones that have theoretically already been done at this point?
The one that have been done because they were done after the
Okay.
fight.
So, you guys spend a minute concentrating, and eventually, your bodies turn ephemeral and translucent as you become silhouette air versions of yourselves. Your Cloudian visages, a decent mirage of what you are. Each of you take off up. Each of you take off up into the air and start streaking back towards Relecrum. It doesn't take you long to return. Relecrum is definitely not that far away. After just a little bit of flying, you pass the last mountain and you see the city. With the swirling cloud above you now gone, even under the night sky light that the world now has, you can see just how devastated this city has been. It was obvious when you were on the ground. You saw all the smashed buildings, all the absolute devastation that's been racked across it. But it's really putting everything into perspective now, just what you guys did. This isn't just a couple of houses. This isn't just some town on some island that you've saved. This is an entire city with populations in the tens of thousands. What you've done today will never be forgotten, at least in some capacity.
They can build a statue.
Well, we need to get them to rename the town from Relic Rum to Relic Wanderers.
That'd be
Great.
quite a change.
Guys, I've been rewatching Freeren, and in it, the hero of the party basically ended up having above 100 statues made of him throughout the world in there. I think we should start doing that, so people don't forget us, you know.
Should we just make like 500 statues in this one city?
Oh
I-
yeah, I like it.
It's like multiple statues like every few meters.
Yep,
I mean, we need to
flower has to
rebuild.
be the flowers have to be exactly the same type, right?
Yeah.
If we need
It's
like stone for the statues, we can just take it from all the destroyed buildings if we don't need any more.
it's quite striking because you're only taking in now the fact that it's nighttime and you can see. The nighttime in Zemia so far has been a black so pitch that you were barely able to see your hand in front of your face. But with whatever it is in the sky right now, you can see across the entire landscape, dim as it is. You look over at certain fields that are clad in a yellowish glow. Over there, there's a greenish light that is coming down from whatever it is above. And it really still is unexplainable. These weird sort of meshes and hatches of color and sometimes little strings of energy that are just swirling in place or bouncing around off of different debris that's floating in the air above you. It makes you feel incredibly small because it looks like your planet is small. And in fairness, it is. But it's giving you such a dwarfing feeling that you've never felt before. Flying down towards the city of Relecrum, you see a massive congregation of people in the town centre. The marketplace, where you once saw impoverished and starving people being rationed out the tiniest morsels of food, stringing them together and barely keeping them alive. Now you see an entire crowd of people rejoicing, celebrating, some dancing on the corpse of cultists.
And then
So where are we landing?
Where do you want to land?
I reckon we're looking to find Torn or the
I mean,
premier.
I guess if they're celebrating like a plasma, that's probably where they're going to be.
I'd assume so.
Good question. If we land in the plaza, how did the crowd react to like 6 clouds appearing and then just slowly turning into people?
Well, as you do this, your transformation from cloud back to person is a steady one. You know, takes a whole minute, but your body becomes slightly more corporeal and more opaque as you concentrate on this spell and you return yourselves back to your regular humanoid forms. Not soon after you start this process, you start to hear everybody cheering, recognizing you. You see a massive crowd of people gather around. Eventually, some of the resistance guards who you've known at least erect a bit of a barrier between yourselves and them, and before too long, you all return to your natural states with an ocean of people singing your praises, screaming, crying, cheering. Many of your individual names being called out, your group's name being chanted here and there. Wayward Wanderers. It's not exactly a
And-
catchy thing to chant.
Can I see Torn or anyone like that?
It isn't too long until you see an entourage of people coming towards you. you see a whole slew of people. Torn, Ishtar, and Canella all join you. Well, you guys did it. I don't even know what to say. You see, Torn is a little emotional, and before long, you hear a couple of a small patter of little steps and a leap, and Daisy hops onto his back, and you see her poke her head over his shoulder. Yeah, you guys did not bad. Good job.
I'm sure you would have stopped Kroom to death.
Yeah, maybe. The sky's real pretty. Anyways, Road Wanderers, I believe you've already met Canella. Canella steps forward, sort of interrupting Torn as he says this. You see her, she's become a bit more disheveled since you last left off. You can still see a couple of scorch marks where lightning had just barely scraped by her. Where is your friend, Steve? I owe him my life.
He needed to go back to his life.
Was he
Finish
not
his
a member
journey.
of your group?
No.
He's just a good Samaritan?
I mean, some may say that he's just a guy, and that was part of his adventure.
Just a guy. I think we will run with the hero lines instead. That's more catching for the... She turns around and addresses the crowd. Citizens! I present to you our saviors, the wayward wanderers, who single-handedly liberated the city and handed us back our lives and our freedom. The crowd fell silent as soon as she began talking. She still absolutely commands utmost respect and power in this city. But the moment she finishes talking, giant cheers erupt. You see things being thrown up in the air, people jumping and chanting, elated with absolute joy.
I just like whisper to Anxie, probably worthwhile you just letting her know, like, I remind that Crumb's dealt with as well. Like, he's not gonna come back or anything.
Oh yeah, I should probably say that to her. Canella would hear in her head. So we got rid of the entire Kroom problem. He will never show up again. Some may say that he's become ash. And even if there are any leftover cultists, they have nothing to believe in, or they have nothing to get power from.
You hear her instantly and without hesitation respond back in your head. Absolutely dead. No way to come back.
Absolutely dead. Disintegrated.
As you're still confirming it, she immediately preaches out to the crowd. Krum, the paragon of thunder that was laid buried in the mountains up ahead, has been killed by these brave heroes. Never again shall we suffer under this mad cult. Their god is dead. All of them are now dead as well. Each of you has stood on the right side of history. Everybody who is alive is someone who did not give in to his power. Not only does this day lie with the wayward wanderers, but it lies with each and every one of you who stood together and did not bend or break to some looming power that thought to kill us. I believe, as this city has always been named after this Krum, that we change this city's name. It no longer belongs to him. It belongs to us! Cheers throughout the entire crowd. Everyone screams. You already hear people shouting names of ideas. And she quickly, we will decide in the future. Do not press me with this now. Now is the time for celebrations.
She will hear in her head. One more thing. I do hope that you've said your thanks to Thorn and his resistance. They played a really important part in all that.
Let us also not forget the very crucial part that one man had in rallying a brave group of resistance fighters. Thorn! And you see, as soon as she says his name, he just kind of like turns and sort of like doesn't want the spotlight. She walks over to him and pats him hard on the back, and you watch as this pretty burly sort of man is sort of like jerked forward by this woman slap on his back. Without this man, even the heroes would not have known where to start. He rallied each and every one of us to the cause of resistance. We owe him our lives as much as we owe them.
I wouldn't push it that far.
You hear the crowds chanting, Ton, Ton, Ton. He starts to look incredibly uncomfortable. You watch as Daisy climbs and stands on his shoulders and just balances as he's sort of like ambling around. Yeah, my dad's the best. And she just sort of is lapping in the crowd's attention. Everyone looks at it as if she's like, some like women near the front immediately come up and try to like catch her, thinking she's going to fall off. But she stands there unfazed, balanced incredibly well as her father sort of like ambles around. She just stays stood on top of his shoulders, not even being held by anything. It's still disconcerting just how capable Daisy is. But that's a worry for another time. As people begin chanting for Torn to have a speech and Torn is shying about, Canella grabs your guys' attention, pulls you very minorly to the side. It goes without saying that every single person in this city owes you their lives. But I expect that you will not ask for their lives in return. So there is other ways that we may or must make compensation to you.
Oh, we can't just use them for our cult?
I think this city has had its fill of cults for probably this millennia.
I suppose.
I do not know fully yet how we will be able to give you recompense for the brave deeds that you have done. I can only say that whenever you may remain in this city, know that you will do so with everyone's blessing, and that this shall always be a place that you can come and rest your head reliably without worry of price or paying.
On that topic, was it ever a magic shop here? I'm just wondering if I can look at their teleportation circle.
No, this city has always been a proud anti-magic city. We do not allow trade of the magical items. An old habit from previous dealings with cults. Many centuries ago, but it's one that's stuck around.
That's a good habit, I suppose. Even though it's quite shameful for us, but you know.
I mean, I guess we can
Uh.
just fly in like anytime there's clouds.
Yeah. Anyway, I do hope that next time we pass through this town, you guys would have rebuilt at least a bit of it.
I should hope so too. Do you? And she sort of like muscles in and gets a little close to you guys. Do you guys happen to know where they might have stored all the gold that the cultists were stealing?
Would we know?
Yes.
I'm asking Dax, would we
Oh.
know?
I don't know. Do
we
you?
got the maiden's corpse on I could ask her.
I mean, we do technically have a couple of cultist corpses in our bags, right? So we can try and ask, but
It's probably a question for Don and his reconnaissance people. It's okay. We'll
How
we'll
much gold
find.
do you reckon they stole?
Oh, it is impossible to estimate, but it is something that we'll need to recover ourselves and put to use rebuilding the city.
I mean, we don't entirely know much about where she was staying, apart from the tallest building near the parliament.
I mean,
So
logically,
maybe
wasn't there that building we broke into with prison that had other floors above it? It was like very well fortified.
they can check these buildings, I suppose. Then, yeah,
I mean, if I was going to sort a lot of gold, it would be like the most fortified building, I guess.
true.
Okay, I will send men around to whatever buildings that these people were occupying. I heard that
Yes.
they had also occupied some warehouse in the middle of residential where they were storing the food.
That's where some of our friends went, Torin and Baylor. Have you seen any money within it?
In that place, I do not know.
No, I'm
I
asking
only just
them.
got to Parliament recently.
I'm asking them,
They didn't.
the ones that were
They
there.
just saw crates and
Yeah.
crates of food.
Yeah, a lot of
Mhm.
spoiled food and a lot of just boxes of food. Maybe a few dead cultists as well, but we didn't see them.
I guess we need to watch out for any other warehouses, watchtowers. Okay. Well, you can leave that to me. That is our city's cost to bear.
You have lots of capable men. I'm sure you guys can find it.
Many men.
Yeah, lots of capable men that need a lot of rest.
Oh, yeah.
We will
tell me
probably be
about it.
taking, I'd say, a couple days of relaxation.
Do you reckon we could send some sending messages to the nearest town over and like order some like food and such from the transport? Just to, you know,
I have already sent out
supplies and,
couriers
you know,
in directions of different cities. That's already in hand.
You work fast.
They like me for a reason.
Well done, Canella. Lovely. Well, would we be able to rest somewhere for the night?
Oh, yeah, of course. I do not know what buildings are still intact for you to rest in, but you may find any domicile yourselves and you can fall asleep.
there's that old inn we stayed at before that's around here, isn't there? The one that person you saved gave us a key to.
There's a cafe, but yeah, you can sleep in the upper
Yeah.
floor of that.
We have a key for it, so might as well.
A key to the back door when the front door was blown in.
Yep.
As Torin gives a sort of very sort of like ambling and shy interview, I guess, to the people that keep asking him questions, are you guys looking to scupper off?
Oh, the moment we stopped talking with her, Anxie would have just tried to sneak out and not be around people.
What about the rest of you?
I think I probably wouldn't have snuck off. I would have just walked off.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. I
Yeah.
can't really sneak, can I? Although I can make myself invisible.
As you guys all begin to walk off, the crowd naturally tries to swarm you, giving you their thanks. Members of the Resistance Guards who you've known for a couple weeks now, and some who have guarded your place of respite before, sort of walk ahead of you and try to just palm away the crowds, being like, they're very tired, please, they just saved the city, they need to go rest. And you watch a sort of like understanding look on the citizens' face as they sort of like let you by. Many of them stick their hands out and just try and touch you.
Before we go, I would ask Canella whether there is any books being kept within the city that I might get my hands on, if there was like a library beforehand, or whether she has like some special books on the continent and stuff like that, because I would be interested in learning.
Yes, the closest thing we have to a library is the Public House of Records.
Oh, we've been there.
Is it destroyed?
I have a keen mind. Do I remember all of the books being destroyed?
You did not ever really glance at the books that were there. You were very singularly focused on the fight at hand, because you went in blazing very quickly and then
True.
left very quickly as well, further into the banks. You didn't have a time to even check what kinds of books were on the shelves.
I would say as well, that place is probably not very pleasant at the moment. There was a lot of cultists we killed in there.
I don't mind that. Okay, well, I shall rest there then. Thank you, Canella. And
Okay.
I'll try to find my way there.
It's not too far from here. As you guys are walking out and the crowd is sort of slightly dispersing, you end up stepping over quite a few cultist bodies. And from what you've picked up from what people are saying, what Canella said, the moment Crumb died, everyone who was a cultist just immediately collapsed and died. Their power was linked directly to him, and it was eating away at their very being while they had it. It's, in a sense, expected that they wouldn't survive once it was ripped out of their body. But you guys make your way over to the Public Records House. You find a completely smashed and blown open front of the building, where Grunch had previously shot a giant lightning blast. Heading in, you find all the books in like the front rows have been completely scorched and smashed and everything. But on the sides, on the upper rows, in the side rooms and stuff, you are able to find plenty of books that are still intact. What exactly are you looking for, Inksy?
A bunch of things. So I will definitely try to find some information about changelings on the continent. I will try to find some information about the continent itself, basically Feywind, because we're going towards that.
Facetrix.
Basically, I'll try to. Oh yeah, Facetrix. I haven't thought of the name. Fucking hell. Anyway, I'll try to find more information about the places we're about to traverse through. So basically anything that's relevant to our journey to Behat.
Okay.
And just so I can indulge into fun activities, I would read about dragons, if I can.
Okay.
Are we all there, or is it just Anxie?
You guys can be there too if you want.
I would just
I would be able-
suggest if you're gonna look for like important information, it might be worth checking that like secret room that we took the maps from.
Oh yeah, we know about the room,
There
so
might be
I
some
would
books there.
definitely go through it and try and investigate.
Finding your way there, you now learn for the first time, though you saw it in a cutscene as players, that the entrance to it has been smashed open. Heading inside, those of you that do, you peek around, it's been completely stripped bare. Every single document that was in here has been taken out. Where the cultists took it, what they did with it, who knows? You and Ishtar only took a handful of documents as you were passing through here the first time, as you were looking to make a very quick escape.
Hmm. Does Zini have prepared speak with that?
Believe she does.
Should we maybe ask some dead cultists about where is their base?
I mean, we'd be speaking to dust, wouldn't we? It wouldn't really be a body, or would you still be able to speak to it?
There is a bunch of dead cultists in here.
Yeah, you've been stepping over bodies the whole time. The only body that's dust is Krum, because Anxie used Disintegrate to finish him off.
And I don't think
Right.
Krum knows about any of the... I mean, he might know about the base if he shared a mind with them. I don't know how he works, but you know. And we probably have the body of a captain in our bag of holding.
Who did you put in there?
We definitely do. We have the one that got risen as like a zombie in there.
Oh, you have Killer in there. Did you put Lash in there?
Don't remember. Maybe not.
Yeah.
We did, yeah. We did.
Did we?
Lash was the last one we killed before
Mhm.
the maiden.
I think we did. And the maiden's in there as well. Or that's go.
Her body was basically just red mush.
Fair. But we can still try and ask a cultist. I mean, a captain. Although maybe only Wash knew, so...
I believe that the Speak with Dead spell states on it that they are under no obligation to tell you the truth.
No, they're not.
And
But if so they don't like talking to the people they see as enemies, but we could disguise ourselves as cultists. And the
Yeah, but
maiden can't.
yeah, but Zini would be speaking with that, and she can't disguise.
Does she need line of sight? Actually, yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Okay, anyway, then we read, I suppose.
okay. So, with the books that you are specifically looking for, there isn't too much in regards to the Fae and Changelings here. What you do find is a rather popular book, Mischief Makers, the Fae and How Not to Deal with Them. A book that you've already read, but was written by a very good author who was called Merrick Rosevine.
Yeah. Is this one not written by him?
No, this one is. It's the same book that you've read before. There is an entire chapter on changelings in here, and it again just specifies how changelings that were born on the island of Ralgverkel were a good bit different and slightly more feral than those that weren't.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. When it comes to changelings, unfortunately. You're not a very well documented race, especially not being native to Zemir already.
Oh, you're trying to tell me that I wouldn't be able to just find a book that tells me everything about my backstory and my family tree and stuff like that?
Yep.
Oh no. Crazy
Yeah, there's
shit.
just a book called Anxie History.
What if that's not my name? What do we do then?
What was the next topic you wanted to look into?
Well, specific topic was dragons and how to deal with them, like the talking kind. And the other topics were basically regarding the continent, the places we were about to traverse, like try to get additional information on what's to come for us. Basically, mostly focusing on topics that would be
Some local history
important
about
to
stuff
us.
that would be like around the places that are around here
Yeah.
and stuff like that. In reading through the history of the Demwell Dominion, there is an event that's specifically referred to quite a few times as the Rising of Mistfall. Given the current political landscape, you do now believe this to be in reference to how the Mistfall Highlands, a section of land that is surrounded completely by the Demwell Dominion and the mountains on its east, became independent and rose up and defied the Demwell Dominion, asserting its own independence. It talks a lot about how the Demwell Dominion used to be a much more expansive country, I guess.
Expensive or expansive?
Expansive.
Okay.
But in more recent years, its territory has shrunk quite a bit as, other powers rose up in and around different places. They lost the savanna lands to the north, and they lost the more dense wooded lands to the south. The Demwell Dominion used to cover the entire west coast and north of Rasdelin, but is no longer the case. It does also mention it in there that well, let me bring up the map so you guys can see the names as well. It does also mention in there that Ralandaran used to be the capital city of the Demwell Dominion, but in more recent years, and from what you can tell based on the book, this is a couple 100 years ago now, Modern Sula is now the capital of the Demwell Dominion. Is a lot more modern, is a lot less militaristic as Ralandaran used to be, as the entire Demwell Dominion, I mean, Dominion in its name, was quite a militaristic nation in and of itself, but is now very much waning. Territories haven't changed hands in a while. You find absolutely no mention of Phaestrix, but that's not all unsurprising to you. Phaestrix is a very, very small town with maybe like 100 people. Everybody knows each other. Some people move in, some people move out. It's a quaint living space that operates as a very good stopping point for travel, but that's more or less about it. You can mention that out loud if you'd like.
Okay, I just didn't want to interrupt.
Okay.
I mean, if that's all about the specific topic, I would also try to find more information about.
Sorry, there is still a bit more. My bad. You now have confirmed to you as well that a lot of the naming of things in and around the Demwell Dominion is still, at the very least, derivative of the ancient Demwese language that was previously used. Modern Sula, completely new and unrelated, but a lot of towns begin with Ral, because Ral means domain of in ancient Demwese, something you already knew. It used to be written with the apostrophe after the Ral and then a space and then an entirely new word, because that's how the sentence would have been structured when it was originally written, but with a lot of modernization, a lot of people coming through, a lot of places dropped the apostrophe, made it a full word. As with how culture does, names slightly change to fit how people are saying them, rather than how they happen to be written. But Ralverkal is the one standalone in that it's so small and off to the side and isolationary that it's never really changed a lot of how things used to be. You also learn that the Zator Mountains are called that because they are Zator, the ancient Demwese word for prison. Kroom is
Zator.
not the only thing locked up in there. The book that you read mentions plenty of ancient old powers, both strong and smaller, have been locked up in the Zator Mountains. It does list Krum as being the biggest and most dangerous, and there's a good, much larger section, which you're just skimming over now because it's no longer relevant, about how this city, Relecrum, literally domain of Krum. This is a city that was founded in, I guess, mourning of the imprisoning of Krum, and this city was originally founded as people who were looking and waiting for his return, or would seek to try to find ways to do so. It got modernized very quickly. The cultists became a very sort of like niche substrate of people that lived within the city, and it became just a regular city. Many people forgot who or what Krum was, and it just became a name. Krum is, without a doubt, the most dangerous thing that's locked in the Zator Mountains, but
Was
the book doesn't go into specific details about what is exactly there. It specifically says some stones are best left unturned. There's also, going back, you find more about the Mistful Highlands. There's a lot of mention of the crystal that is found within its two large mountains inside the Mistful Highlands. The ones at its northwestern and southwestern peaks. It's a crystal that to put it plainly, is used for the purpose of eco-terrorism. It's a crystal that you can plant, and a crystal that grows near enough exponentially, unless it is pruned and kept in shape. Grows upwards and outwards, ceaselessly towards the sky. This starts to resonate with you a bit, as given that you grew up in the shadow of the Mistful Highlands, you could very often see, when you went to certain places, the crystal-peaked top mountain where the city's capital is located. It doesn't go into much detail about what properties the crystal may have exactly, but given that this is written from a Demwee's perspective, the book is very not favorable to the fact that such a thing was utilized, or at the very least had a part to play in the usurping of the Mistful Highlands from the Demwell Dominion. What was your next topic?
I mean, I wanted
Or-
to learn about more about dragons for sure.
Okay.
Or how to deal with like wounds.
Dragons are a very ancient race of being, not native to this planet. Dragons were the beings, one of the first beings found by many of the gods on their travel through the cosmos. Many gods befriended some dragons, many of which still live and fight for them to this day. Many gods enslaved dragons. An act that many of the dragons still feel scornful towards to this very day. A lot of dragons are recorded as being stubborn, angry, refusing to help anyone that is not their own personal interest. And the more you read into it, can you really blame them? They're a race of incredibly powerful and ancient beings that have been enslaved for at the very least as long as your planet has seen existence. If you are looking up specifically how to deal with said dragons, there isn't too much written about it. It just sort of advises against it. Speaking of, if you should ever find yourself in a situation where a dragon is present, you either leave as soon as possible or you attempt to placate it as best as you can.
Definition of that word?
To adhere to its demands, give it what it wants. Another book describes dragons as rather petulant. It comes across as a bit sort of insulting at first, but you start to see there's at least a bit of merit to it. The writer likens dragons to a scornful child that is not happy that it's either A, been bullied or taken advantage of, where it starts to express the same sort of behaviors that were inflicted upon it. A lot of dragons hoard gold and guard their territory and refuse to give it up without even the slightest bit. The same way that many of the gods still hold control over whatever dragons they may or may not have enslaved however many years ago. It's an odd thing, really, because dragons are always recognized as these genuinely awe-striking beings, incredibly powerful and scary, honestly. This book paints them in a very different light for you. What else would you like to look up?
I wouldn't be able to find any specific information about the dragon that's located. Where was it?
It was the pass to Merendia.
Yeah, there.
Without a description of the dragon's name, knowing what god did or didn't enslave it, it'd be hard to pin down which one it is. You don't know if it's one that's flown here or one that was kept here somehow, some way.
I mean, then I have to do a sending spell, it seems like. I'll do that in a second. And the last thing I want to check about is like whether I can just to humor myself, whether I can gather some information about Cornella's party and adventuring days, basically.
What was Carnellan's party name?
Oh, fucking hell. I would have to find it. Because it's been a fucking while.
It has been a
While
minute.
he's looking up that, can I look up something?
Sure, what do you want to look up?
Liches.
You find very, very little in the way of liches. The most that you find is an offhanded mention. It dawns on you that a lot of this city has been very proudly anti-magic, anti-sorceress fuckery for a while, and that they're unlikely to be stocking anything in particular about liches or other magical creatures, much in the same way that Anxie wasn't able to find anything about the Fae, really. So you're looking...
What was your hand mention?
It was just something about how, like, as dangerous as a lich. It was literally like an offhanded mention in a blurb of a book. That's it. Used as a metaphor, and that's it. So, Anxie, you're looking up the Bright Sparks.
Is that the name, or am I reading the wrong thing?
I believe that is it, because Jay sent me a DM
Okay.
with the same name as well. So I trust that both
Okay.
of you got it right, rather than both of you got it wrong. You aren't able to find anything about them.
Hmm.
Not a single scrap.
There's surely a better way.
What you do recall with your keen mind is that very few, if potentially no people, know that Carnellan was ever an adventurer, and that it was far before he ever became a bard and reached the famous stature that he is now. So it's
Yeah.
unlikely that his group ever had any kind of famous accolades or reputation to be known by.
You're talking about Carnella, I thought you were talking about Carnella, like Premier. I was like, when
Why
did we
would
find
I
out she was
care?
Yeah, that's what was confusing me. It's like, when did we find out she was part of the Nenshin group?
I was also wondering.
It wasn't just me.
She said very clearly Carnella, not Canella. They're totally different names, guys.
My fucking god. I've sent a sending spell. Spending spell.
Spending spell.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, if you cast a spending spell, does it just send you gold instead of a message?
Surely.
Anxie, as it is currently nighttime, Carnellin does not respond to you.
Fuck?
You get the feeling that it's probably best for you to just keep this book, and then you would probably get an answer to this in the next session.
I mean, if you want, I can like torment.
Because
him
you
using Dream.
haven't decided it? Wow. That DM kind of sucks. Okay, let's move on.
Do you want to do a long rest then?
Yes, please. If no one else wants to do anything.
Yeah, I want to do a little bit of reading as well.
And what do you
Hell
want
yeah.
to read up, Baylor?
I don't think there's anything I can think of.
I want to know about other druid circles off the island.
Off the island.
That's a question. Does it always have to be a circle, or can it be like a druid square?
Circle's the most
I'm
natural
looking
shape.
for any shape of druids. Squares, triangles, rectangles, octagons, hexagons, septagons.
Damn, he named the whole trifecta. Okay. You're able to find plenty about druids in general. What specific information about druids do you want to know?
More that they exist.
Absolutely, without a doubt. Most of them are described as not necessarily secretive and not exactly isolationary either, but just off doing their own thing is the best way to describe it. They will often interact with people as of when they need to, and they're not talking to people out of like any kind of particular reasoning, but just because their, I guess, line of work takes them down very different paths than the rest of civilization. You do read about some that are known to be quite iconically isolationary, but they're very few and far between. Most druid circles are quite well known. Will be offering services to smaller outskirts towns and cities, will be located within some of the more dense green parks and fields of big cities. It's just treated as, in big cities at least, another form of magic that you can learn. One slightly less chosen, or considerably less chosen than the wizards at least, but still sort of like proportionally less than wizards, sorcerer, or warlocks. And much, much less than clerics and paladins.
Yeah. Balor finds it rather interesting because he's, of course, never heard of any other druid circles other than one. The adventurer that was with us for a short while.
the concept of it being a thing in general is just surprising to you. The fact that there are other people out there that like the plants too, because you've definitely never seen anything that would imply as much so far.
Indeed, indeed. Okay, cool.
Anyone else have anything at all they want to check?
Not from what I can see on my list.
Okay. Well, after a good amount of reading, you guys decide to finally put your heads to rest. You roll out your bedrolls. Each of you find a cozy corner in some part of the Public House of Records, trying to find at least a place that doesn't have an exposed hole in the ceiling or the wall somewhere. Each of you are able to find some comfy part at least. And you all head to rest. As you're resting, each of you feels a rather unique feeling. A sort of slow shiver. Not a bad one. One that's a little warm, but also makes you very, very vaguely sick to the stomach. It passes at some point, and you are able to find a restful sleep. Anxie, can you roll me 60 20s, please?
Excuse you?
60
I was really
20s.
what?
So I'm back. Dex, would I have seen anything? Because if I don't sleep,
You're getting attacked.
Yep, you were up and wide awake and just sort of like only doing light activity. You didn't see anything. You did see everyone sort of like visually experience this feeling at the same time. You didn't see anything that caused it. You didn't see anything that resulted from it. You felt it to yourself, but it came and it went. All right.
Does anything happen?
Is there anything that anyone wants to do during the long rest?
I'll just keep watch.
Did I roll damage for something? I'm really unhappy with it.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, fuck off.
Well, as each of you eventually knocks off to bed and Andros keeps an ever-present watch over you, everybody press the long rest buttons on your character sheet, please.
Feels good to be back at full health.
Weren't you already? Didn't you? What level are you, Codrex?
I've leveled it, but you know,
Mm.
it's a nice feeling to know. You know, when you come off from long rest, it feels good after the previous fight. You know.
Yeah. All right. So, Wayward Wanderers. The late morning sun is overhead of you. As those of you step out of the Public Records house, you still find this mesh of color in the sky. It's definitely harder to see, and it's way, way brighter at nighttime. But you do still see all the different astral bodies still up there in the sky, different bits of debris, energy, bits of just flowing dust moving like water throughout the sky overhead. It's something out of an abstract painting, almost. Genuinely a beautiful sight to behold, but harder to behold in the daylight. Sun gleaming overhead, and each of you now fully rested. What would you like to do?
I'll just mention everyone that it's quite impressive that one lich is causing all this trouble. But presumably that's him fighting.
Yeah, it makes you think whether we should become liches. They do appear to be quite powerful.
And can't argue with results.
Should we try and get some resources before going back on the road? I'm kind of low on food after giving my food to so many of the townsfolk.
I forgot. During my watch, could I have reattuned to one of my items?
Yep.
Got
Because
three slots again.
each of you have an attunement slot back now with Party's Ruin gone.
Oh, and I will reattune to my
Pearl of Power?
robes.
Oh, the
No
robes.
robes. And we'll exchange a spell. I don't care about Earthbind anymore.
Okay.
Are you asking about dragons? Are you looking for dragons? Do you reckon we're gonna find one? So I mean, Earthbind could be pretty useful. I think they do have wings, don't they?
It's alright. Don't worry about it. You can
There's
also
a-
just banish them.
As I hear you talking about food, I put my hands together and a reddish glow comes out of my hands, and I lift my hand up and offer you a berry.
Oh. Oh, thank you, Baylor. Well, I guess we are all set to.
And I'll offer berries all round. These berries will sustain you for a whole day.
I'm quite cautious about it. I'm not too sure about it, but I'll try it.
I'm not cautious at all. I trust that man with my life.
I guess if we're going to go grab food, so we don't want to grab food from here because they're kind of lacking at the moment. It's more like stop at the next village along the way or something.
They had a lot of
Yeah.
food, didn't they? Afterwards. Oh, maybe the
They
resources are
had a
dropping.
lot, but if you bear in mind, like, there's going to be a lot of hungry people, and during this whole cultist thing, probably weren't just having more shipments of food
Yeah.
come in.
No, you got a point. You got a point. I just overlooked it.
I think we just, like, if we're going to travel, just stop at, like, the first town along the way or something.
I can sustain us on get berries as long as we need. It provides enough nourishment to sustain a creature for one day. So this is nourishment as in your food and water needs from a single berry.
Ooh. That's incredibly helpful to have on travels then. It's just a single first level spell, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Wowee.
And it produces, I think it's 10 berries. Yeah, 10 berries.
So what you're saying is that whole mission of having to rescue the food was kind of pointless if you could just make millions of berries.
Well, I can't really make millions of berries. And I think risking the food was more of a morale thing than just getting the food.
You can make 10 at a time and they despawn if not eaten after 24 hours.
27 hours.
Oh, 27, sorry.
Okay, well, if we're going to travel, cloud is probably the best way of traveling. Unless you want to be really slow for some reason. It's also
can-
pretty safe because we can fly around in the air or resistance damage as well.
We can travel by cloud, and I think we could enjoy it a little bit more this time as we're not in a rush to go kick someone's ass.
I like the. I'd like that.
Okay, well, I think let's go find Torn and Ishtar and Carnella and let them know that we are on our way.
Oh, I just very dramatically tear out the page of my book containing Steve on like the sending and saving thing. As it
Damn.
as the paper like flies off, behind me, it like disintegrates. Yeah, he doesn't.
Sick.
I don't think he needs that.
Anxio would just gaze at it, look impressed, and be like, "Oh wow," and just move along. But she would have a recognition of what you've done.
As Zinni isn't here, Torin, do you want to sign your name in the saving tome?
Oh no, what? Sorry.
On the saving tome. If you go to 1 HP, it'll also if you go to 0 HP, it'll save you.
He's actually already got that because of his
I've
Aura
got
shield.
relentless. I got relentless endurance. for being
Yeah,
Oh,
a
you
he's
do?
a he's a Nork.
In that case, can I
Forget
Zinni
the
design it?
Yeah,
If she's in
Zinni.
the corner
Yeah.
T-posing.
She's like here, but also not here at the same time. It's fine if
Can,
you
can I
want
put the pen in the hand and just like move her hand to sign it?
it. Yeah.
Forgery at its best.
He is a forger after all.
That's why I said it, Dax. Thank you.
you. All right. So you head on out and you find a very, very busy Canella, swarmed by people on all sides asking constantly different questions. What should we do about this? Should we do about this? She is in full on work mode. She's been in defense mode for a while. Now she's getting in the thick of organizational, admin, clerical work. She's doing all of it. But still, at the moment she sees you, she puts her hand up and stops, puts her hand right in front of the face of the person currently talking to her and walks over to you. Wayward Wanderers, I trust you slept well.
I mean, it was a great feeling not being scared whether we might die during the night. So yeah, definitely.
There was a strange, sickly chill. I'm not sure if anyone else encountered, but otherwise all good.
No, I slept rather soundly. Well, for a couple of hours before I was woken for more work. What can I help you with today?
We're about to leave.
I knew you would. I would have liked it if you had stayed a few more days. Believe you are a good morale boost for the city, but I assumed that you would go as quick as you came. You have been a great asset to this
Yeah.
city.
Well, and the city's in good hands, so
I try my best. I have given some thought to your reward. We cannot arrange it just yet because rebuilding buildings is a little bit more important. But once you should return to this city, I would like to give you some sort of a memento that can be used throughout the town to give you anything that you want, absolutely free.
oh, that's very kind.
Know that you are always welcome back in this city, whatever the city ends up being named by the time you return.
I don't suppose
Yeah,
you
like
said
that.
we can have anything we want, anything we need, right?
Yes,
I don't suppose you have some healing pots spare at all.
none that we are willing to spare right now. I said we can give you this once we have built the city more and you return, but absolutely, you will be able to build for our entire stocks once you return if you wish, but I trust that you would do so respectfully and carefully.
Of course, Cullen.
Yeah, just be careful. Renaming a town is probably going to annoy a lot of map makers.
It is no worry of mine. It is a problem of theirs. Well, Word Wanderers. She sort of like looks behind you. I see you have some more goodbyes to be saying. And you see that there's quite a few people there. Many people that you know, people you spent time around during your couple of weeks as semi resistance leaders. Quite a few girls approach Cedric and sort of like giggle at him, and he sort of stands there awkwardly and eventually just shoos them off. Torn and Daisy show up. Torn looking awkward as ever. I didn't think we'd make it out the other side, if I'm being honest. And don't get me wrong, I'm glad we did. I'm glad you pulled it off. But they're asking me to do all this stuff now, take this job. I don't know if I want all that. What happened to Steve, by the way?
Now he went back to his farm.
Oh. Maybe I'll go pay him a visit sometime.
Yeah, he's out west. If you ever want to go see him.
Yeah, he told me about it. He's a fun little guy. But you see, he's just sort of standing there awkwardly, not really knowing what to say. You get the feeling he's never been that good at these sort of personable situations. I just appreciate you guys and what you did. You guys know that whatever you've done can't be really repaid in any kind of justifiable way, but I think the fact that you guys know you did something good is, in its own way, payment enough.
What's the job you're getting?
Oh, they want to put me in government. They want to put me in charge of things and have me be leading people again. I don't know how much I want to do that. They saw me lead the resistance, and now they know I'm capable.
I'm sure you'll do fine.
You watch as Daisy's been sort of just clinging to him this whole time, but like not stood next to him holding his leg, but like literally clinging to him. At some point, she sort of like swings around and locks her legs around his neck and like leans off backwards off of him. So she's like almost strangling. He just kind of stands there and puts like a hand beneath her leg so he doesn't actually get strangled. I think he should take it, but he keeps saying no. He's really, really good at it. Everybody keeps talking about you guys. You're real famous now.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm sure they will stop talking about us soon.
I hope so. It's really boring. So what are you guys doing next?
Continuing our journey.
Well, to be specific, we're going to turn into clouds and fly away.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And to be specific, I would like us to do it soon, so maybe your up this goodbye thing
Oh.
up.
Okay, bye. And she just pulls her knife out of what's a little sheath that she's got wrapped around her belt now and just starts spinning it around her fingers with a dexterity that you wouldn't even expect out of Torin. But with your goodbyes said, you amble off somewhere a little more private, shooing off the bits of the crowd that follow you until you are somewhere with a little more solitude.
I wonder whether Lyra has made Daisy a demigod as well. Possibility.
Well, I've still got to roll my saving tome thing, so it wouldn't surprise me.
So, Baylor?
We ready to depart?
I think we're ready to depart.
Are they waiting for you to cast the spell still?
I know. Actually, you know the way.
Sure.
Well, we're all following you. As I put my hands together and just spread them out as clouds just come out of my hands and start streaking around everybody and wrapping around everyone as we all take
Out of
our form.
nice. Out of character, I think we should probably go to Frostin and then Modern Sula instead of Rylan Darren.
I have no idea what any of that means, so I'm just gonna.
If you look at the map, maybe we go through 2 more towns instead of just one. Although maybe not. Like I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, where do we need to go? Like, I have no idea where
Well,
we're actually going.
Yeah, it's hard when we don't have the. So I'm gonna draw it. So the fuck?
Can anyone else see that blue line off the map?
The background just turned white for me.
Yeah, no.
I
that's-
don't see it either. That's why I'm like, what the fuck?
Alright, so I can see it. You
Yeah,
can-
so you're the only one that can see it, by the way, because I can't either.
Wait,
Neither.
Cord, you can see the blue line off the side of the map?
Nope, no one cannot.
Why
I
did
thought
you?
I saw that. No, it was my icon. It was my icon.
Oh, okay.
Well, I can't draw it for you guys, so that's unfortunate, isn't it? So after I give up anyway. After basically the continuation of the map, there's like a bit more land more, and there's like a forest, and within the forest basically is the town we're going to. And technically, I think it was like faster if we go through Ralen Darren, but I do believe that it's also more dangerous because of the, you know, basically empty land between, like we don't know what's within the land between Relecrum and Ralen Darren.
I think modern that path is.
It's the
probably
capital,
safer,
so
'cause you know if we go to. We know if we go to Val and Darren, we're gonna have to fight some guy called Darren.
yeah. So we go towards Frostin. That's the direction I'm going to.
Okay. I drew an arrow of generally where Phaestrix is, so because Anxi's able to point to you, but it's like still a little bit east of there. Sort of like you can see the big lake from Phaestrix, but it's sort of like on the border of a forest to the south of it. So, with that decided, you guys take off and begin following the Zator Mountains. Following the...
Can we keep an eye on as mountains as we go past, and basically just try and keep an eye out for any other like prisons that have been broken out of? That makes sense. Like big holes in the side of the mountain, such.
You can. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Can more of us do it, or is it just him?
So that's
Everyone
performance,
who wants to
That's
can.
a good perception.
No, that was performance, not perception.
I know.
I will lucky that. That's better.
Hold up, let me just get the dog off my arm. Wait, come on, 8. I'm on now.
Oh, that's a natural 1.
I got 20, so that should be okay.
If only Zinni was here, because she just recently took expertise in perception. She's got a plus 13 to it now.
Does
Good.
how many things does she have plus 13 to?
Just perception. It's all she's got expertise in.
Oh, did she change something?
She took observant, which gave her expertise in something she's already got proficiency in.
Can I call out in whatever language clouds speak? Ask Zinni to look around.
No. You are mute when you're in this cloud state. So, as you guys are flying out, all of you are keeping an eagle eye northwards towards the mountains as you follow it in a very vaguely southeastern direction. Most of the tips of the mountains are very high up and covered in snow. Something that's not often seen. Snow is a weather type that is very, very vaguely seen on Zemia at all. Owed to it being usually quite a temperate planet, usually very warm, a lot to do with the fact that the sun's light keeps most of the planet in 2/3 daylight on average. Soaring through the sky, feeling the wind passing through your Cloudian faces. Also gazing upwards occasionally. You guys seeing vast networks of arcane energies trickling like veins through the sky. You see oceans of energy and light gently bouncing through the sky. No matter how much you look up at it, it's still a really magical and beautiful thing to see. Because you've not seen anything like it before. You may never see anything like it again. Who knows how long this phenomena will stick around for, or whether there's going to be anything that exists after it's gone. The entire universe itself is still in turmoil. The gods are wherever they are, doing whatever they're doing. Keeping your gaze northwards, you are passing by lots and lots of mountains. There are definitely parts in which you can see small structures, but none of the mountains look destroyed in any kind of way. You're only getting a look at the mountains that are on the edge of the mountain range, because it's quite a deep mountain range. It goes in quite a bit, and you can't see like to the other side of it or anything. But as you're looking through, you are just looking over some genuinely magnificent mountains. Some incredibly rocky, some sloped and looking good for hiking. It's a big variance, but you don't see anything too out of the ordinary. What you do see, though, that is rather out of the ordinary. Something that you had spotted on previous days and that you happen to be traveling in the vague direction of. There's a portion of the sky overhead that looks like a very slight golden weave, almost like a woven tapestry that looks shattered in parts. And at the edge of it, seems to be dripping down to the earth. Whatever it is that this is, as you watch a drop fall, your eyes follow it, and you see that it drops into some kind of golden pool below. Pool that's formed naturally in whatever divot in the earth that this was previously.
We should probably check that out. That looked pretty cool.
Lead the way.
Of course, I can't say any of this because I'm a cloud.
You just sort of
Yeah, but-
point at it and start to
I-
fly
I-
down.
Well, I'm a cloud. I don't have a finger to point. I just start like nudging myself in that direction.
You fly down towards the surface. This odd cross-hatching of golden threaded weave overhead. It's arcane in nature. Gives off a very divine feel in the golden glow that it gives. You come down close to the surface and next to, as you're flying in, what looks like just a big basin, or what previously was a basin, has now been filled in. You land down close to it, and some kind of liquid has fallen from whatever this golden weave is up overhead and has pooled in this basin below. Now only small drips are dripping into it.
Are we landing? Yeah, I think we'll land.
Would you like to
Oh, we'll
transform back
land
as well?
again. How many? How do you have like more casts of this spell or cloud spell?
It lasts for 8 hours, so you can go in and out as much as you want.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, in that case, there's no reason not to go
All
in
right.
and check it out.
You all concentrate for a minute and are stunned while you are slowly transforming back to your regular corporeal forms. As soon as you pop back, you start to get a proper scope of this, because it was hard to really put things into perspective when you were so far up above it. But this basin is big. Big, big. This is now the size of a lake that you can't see from the other side. You can't see the end from the other side of it.
Can I pick up a stick and poke at it?
As you're approaching it, you sort of are getting a lay of the land. You see that there are some trees that were growing and were previously in this basin that are now sort of sticking out of whatever liquid this is. The trees have now sprouted golden leaves in place of whatever had been previously. Presumably not golden, much more like probably every other tree around it, but it's now sort of sticking out of this pool. You get closer and closer to the liquid itself, and you start to see that small little beating golden veins are trickling through the earth and are getting denser and denser the closer you get towards the lake. You come towards the lake, and as you do, it looks very still. Despite the wind that is occasionally picking up, you don't see the similar moving as you would expect to see with water. Roll an investigation check, people who care. The liquid itself looks very viscous, very thick, slow moving. It isn't affected by the wind, but as you are now sort of taking this in and trying to think about things, you hear a very gentle thrum of sound, almost constantly being emitted from it. You're not really able to tell what this is, what its purpose is. Somehow, some way, it's connected to whatever that golden tapestry above you is. It's unusual. Nothing you've ever seen before. What would you like to do?
Is there a rock I can pick up and just throw in it and see if it reacts like water and ripples and such?
Can I? Yeah, and while he does that, can I use the study action for my keen mind?
Okay. Andros, you pick up a rock from the ground next to you and you huck it out into the lake. You watch as the rock lands on the liquid and slowly goes down into it. Seems like the surface of the liquid is a little viscous and nowhere near as easily broken as water is.
So it's like got the consistency of like honey or something.
A bit less than honey, but yeah, you're in the right ballpark. Definitely closer to honey than water.
Anything from your study action?
I mean, I'm waiting to hear if I'm allowed to do so,
Oh,
and
absolutely.
if that's like intelligence check.
Study action is an investigation check, I believe.
Just a second, I think you might be correct. I guess investigation it is.
You take stock of this environment. It's really captivating. And that thrum of energy and the sound is constant. You look down at the ground closest to this, and you see those golden veins sprouting into the earth and further out. They beat ever so slightly.
As if they're alive.
Hard to tell. You get the feeling
Yes.
that you aren't going to be able to make that many more assumptions or conclusions unless you touch it.
So
I mean,
before we touch it, can I try taking a sample into like one of the empty vials I have from my magic ink?
I personally imagine that by this time, Cedric's already bathing in it.
It's been
I was
ages
gonna
since I had a
suggest,
bath.
who wants to try drinking some? I guess I'll go up and I'll like very cautiously touch it. I'll tell everyone to step back a bit first, though.
Thanks for you letting this happen.
I don't know.
So before I do that, I will temporarily cross out Zinni's name in my saving term and put my name in. And then do it.
That does feel like some weird druid shit, not gonna lie.
Okay. You go ahead and poke your finger. And as you're pushing your finger down, it genuinely takes a good bit of pressing for you to even get your finger to go into the liquid. And then you sort of feel it sort of hug around your finger. It doesn't feel like putting your finger in water. It feels... It feels neutral in temperature, but your finger feels warm. Much warmer than the rest of you. Not uncomfortably so, but definitely warmer. You don't notice any visible effects, but you feel slightly more sturdy and emboldened. You feel that it's a nurturing kind of feeling on your finger. And as you pull your finger out, where you'd had a couple scratches on your finger before, scratches are now gone.
Okay, I relay that to everyone else. I think I'll definitely like take a sample in a bottle.
Okay.
As well.
You've got plenty of empty bottles over from the healing potions that have been used. Anxie, is there any kind of further investigation you'd like to give this?
Yeah, now that I know that, I would also ask Torin to help me with investigating.
Yeah, of course.
Do we just roll a straight roll, or is it like with advantage?
Both of you do a straight roll.
It's just a D20, yeah?
Investigation check, yeah.
Investigation, dude. I'll use lucky.
What I could do as well
Ah,
is
better.
I could send this via teleport down to Gwen and get her to put it in the identify box. Either bottom.
Could try.
If your investigation doesn't plan anything.
I mean, that's a very high rose, so I would imagine.
How
So do we
would
find-
you send the vial back?
It would have to be telling Gwen to go to the magic shop in Settleton and then sending it via teleport. Because I can't send it directly to the manor without using the orb, and it takes the orb with it. So,
I'm also pretty sure that teleport and circle teleport necessarily takes the user, because it teleports you and others. So you could put an animate object in, but it, I think, would necessarily have to take you as well.
no, it just says any creature that enters the portal.
Oh, really? Can you ping it in chat real quick?
I mean, I guess I could I'd probably need to tie the portal to a rabbit or something and send it through if it needs a living creature.
Oh yeah, it is just a portal to open that anything can go into. Okay. Yeah, then you could do that. So, from your guys' investigation check, as high as you've rolled and as much as you've been able to deduce about it itself, neither of you two have ever even heard about anything like this before. This could be an entirely new material on Zemia in the first place. The
Is that-
thrum of Zemia, it's the name of the planet. The thrum of energy and the fact that Andros' scar has come away gives it a very sort of radiant and divine feeling. So you're able to somewhat deduce the source being obviously whatever Aceptive put this here. It's here for a some reason or other, but it's come from that mesh up above. It feels protective and healing in its nature.
I mean, I wish Zinni was here, because that's literally something that's related to her being.
I mean, we could test how extensive the healing stuff is, because it could be useful for like healing potions.
It could, yeah.
Torrin, do you mind if I injure you on like your arm and you like dip your arm in?
Only for a brief moment.
Can you hold your arm out?
Yep, I kind of
Well,
like
miss.
undo my my cuffs from my wrists, like being as awkward as I am, like just go on, get it.
Can I Eldritch blast his arm with one of the beams?
You are not Eldritch blasting my arm.
Well,
Oh,
I mean,
that's
how else am I
what's-
gonna...
Go ahead and
Yeah,
roll
how
to
else am I
attack.
For fuck's sake.
with a non-crit one?
Please,
I roll the 20,
please.
23 one hits him.
The crit hits as well.
Well, no,
for
I mean,
fuck's
I get to choose who I'm targeting with the beams.
Oh,
Only one of the beams I targeted at him.
Oh, this is horrible.
The other two beams I just targeted off to the floor somewhere.
Yeah, but you can't choose which ones do and don't hit him. All three
Okay,
were
well,
targeted at him. Roll damage.
So which one hits?
Both 29 and 23. Actually, what's your AC, Torin?
Okay, silvery barbs. Roll with
I mean,
disadvantage.
My
So,
AC is 17.
I'm
Okay,
confused.
okay.
Like, so I literally, you can direct the beams at the same target or at different ones.
Sure, but you're now declaring after they've already been rolled, so that the
No,
one
but
that would
I
hit
said
would hit him.
I said I'm going to hit one. I'm going to fire one beam at him and two off into the distance.
Sure, but
Obviously,
you're
the crit
now
one might
you're
be
now
able to hit him,
arranging
but
that
not
so
two
that
of
the
them.
one that would hit him
I'm
is the
saying,
one that
just
doesn't crit.
tell me which one hits, but obviously two of them don't hit him. Only one of them was aimed at him. Which one hits?
The crit one hits.
Okay,
Since he's offered his arm to you,
13
And I
damage.
can't cast silvery barbs to.
Serious? You serious?
Okay, whatever.
Torin
I mean, it's only
consented
it's
to
13
this.
damage.
Didn't realize what he was
13 damage,
consenting to, but he
huge.
consented.
You're such a fiend, Dark
I've
like.
got a healing potion. If it doesn't work, I'll give you a healing potion to heal back up. So that's fine.
You're like literally piercing a bolt through my goddamn arm. Like, is
Baylor
it
just-
only just a small flesh wound? Nah, this is no flesh wound.
Baylor just stands there shrugging. Healing potion?
I mean, we are literally next to a lake of healing stuff. Yeah, so try like dipping your arm in.
Okay, I will go to dip my arm in some kind of little pool to try and get healed. The amount
I'd
of
argue it's more like a lake, but okay.
or leg, like the amount, like I don't think any of this is gonna help, but I'll put my hand in.
You dump your entire arm in down to your elbow. Again, the liquid itself doesn't feel temperate in any kind of way. It feels incredibly neutral, but your arm feels very warm in a very comforting kind of way. You feel it hug around your arm and your fingers and find its way into every tiny small crease and crevice in your skin. And after a few seconds, you pull your arm out. The wound is gone, and you are fully healed.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, so next question is, will it revive something that's dead? So Torrent, stand over there.
No,
I'm
I'm
joking.
not. I will refuse.
Oh, Tori, you're no
Um,
fun.
Seeing this happen
Would you like?
outright,
Would you like to volunteer? It does look a bit fun, you know.
I feel like I'm more valuable.
Can I take Angzi as my so-called volunteer because she said it was fun? Actually, no. Fuck that. No, we'll get Zinni. I'm sure
Try
Zinni's a
touching
helpful
me.
person.
Try touching me, Torin.
Maybe Zinni.
Zinni's having none of
Try
your
touching
shit.
Zini. Yeah.
You know what? I will ask Angzi to volunteer, and I kind of like try to attempt to pull her arm with me. It's like if something's happened to me, something's got to happen to you.
You see green comes out of my hand. Touch me again, Torin, and you turn into chrome.
I kind of like
there's
poke
no point.
my little finger out and go. I touch your shoulder. It's like you're it.
I'm very intimidating right now. If I cast this spell, you're fucked.
I don't feel intimidated.
I mean, you should be.
okay, guys. Nobody needs to be killed today. We don't know
Not
what the stuff
killed.
is.
Disintegrated.
We're disintegrated. We don't know what the stuff is, and we don't know what the after effects are going to be. We've had
I mean,
two people
yeah.
who have now been potentially infected by whatever this could be. Sure, if it looks good on the surface, it's healed them, but we don't know if there's going to be any lingering after effects. Let's not put anything else in there.
I
Let's
don't
try
see
and
any
figure out
issue
what
with
it is.
we're going for. I think you should all go in.
Let's try and figure out what's going on here, and I cast detect magic on myself.
This whole pool's teeming with magic.
What kind of magic?
Oh, fuck, what are the spell schools again? "5e spell schools.
Abjuration, divination, aberration.
Well, a better idea than sending to Gwen might be if you can contact the gnome guy in Malhavard. I can't remember his name. Maybe you
Frigate.
can get it. Yeah, maybe we can get him to go to the magic shop there. I can teleport it in, and he investigates it.
It is a very powerful evocation magic. You consulting your brain about what evocation magic is?
Yes.
Just think Mage Evo.
I'm going to speak to my duck, see if he knows.
Well, I mean, so what should we do about this then? Because it seems like a pretty weird thing just to leave here, as it is.
Well, it's an entire lake. It's not really much you could do about or with it.
I mean, I reckon Citra could drink it all. I mean, out of interest, could somebody try casting Dispel Magic on it? Or on, like, a bottle of it? No? Bit smaller.
Let me
To
try.
answer your question, I can't.
Hold up that bottle. Or put the bottle down somewhere.
Yeah, I'll put it down and walk, like, 20 feet away from it.
I will reach out my hand and cast Dispel Magic on the bottle. Or on the contents of the bottle.
Make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. Go ahead and roll a d20 plus 5, I guess, for you.
Spellcasting ability is 5. It doesn't add proficiency, does it?
No.
8.
You feel absolutely no effect takes hold as you cast a spell magic.
Well, that didn't do anything.
Okay, well, I guess I'll just take a few samples then, and then we can just investigate and come back later. I mean, it's a lake; it's not going to be going anywhere. So,
It's not going anywhere, but at the same time, well, there's not much we can do, right? It looks like it could be quite dangerous just sitting out here and something dripping from the sky filling it up.
I mean, hopefully, just the sight of it kind of discourages anyone who comes along from it from sticking their arm in or anything like that. Should be pretty clear. It's odd.
Can we determine, based on the frequency of the drip and the size of the lake, roughly how long it's been dripping down here for?
With the frequency of the drip, you know that most of it must have come out very quickly, because at the very least, this has been going on since. At the very most, this has been going on just before you got to Relecrum, so a couple weeks. There's no way that with the drip currently, they would have filled up at its current rate. Evidently, that whenever whatever up ahead broke, whenever the thing up overhead broke, most of this liquid must have come down at that point, and has been slowly dripping further and further since then. So it's
Okay, but it's not with the managed dripping. It's not like it's going to flood or anything soon. It's just slowly getting more. Okay, I'll take 2 more samples of it. I've got 3 in total.
Okay.
And I guess we head off unless anyone else has anything to try. Well, actually, there is one other thing we could try. I do still have Randy's skull. Like, what happens if we put that in?
Indeed.
Like, I don't think we're ever getting around to talking to him. So, like, yeah. Now's probably a good chance. Any objections?
No.
Nope, good here.
No.
Okay, can I like slightly toss it out so it's deep enough to like be deep enough, but not like really far down in the lake sort of thing?
You have some rope you could tie around it just in case it sinks and nothing happens.
So I could, but then if he does come back to life around it, then he's got a rope going through his brain.
Well, the rope going through your brain is better than being dead, still, right?
Oh, Anxie, could you use like Mage Hand to
Yeah, I can.
to
There we
hold
go.
it like that?
So, Anxie casts Mage Hand and very delicately wraps its fingers around Randy's skull. Anxie, would you like to do the honors of describing how you dunk it?
No. Well, the mage hand gets next to the pool. Since my mind's connected to it, I do. I'm not fully certain we should be trying that. So you all guys see the mage hand basically just go backwards a bit while I'm thinking. It seems very as if it does. It's not entirely sure it wants to do that. So it's like, should I maybe I shouldn't. Turns towards us maybe for a few seconds, and then since everyone's basically waiting for her to do that, you all see that Mage Hand just goes towards the pool and dips it in. And that's what happens.
Okay. Dunking it all the way down?
Isn't that what we're trying to do?
I think so, yeah.
Sorry, did I
Yeah.
miss anything?
They're putting a guy's skull in.
I think what you do is you basically have a mage hand hold it and go down with it. But if you can feel the mage hand feel, if it feels like something's happening, then let go. If not, then you can just pull
I
the
don't
card.
know if I'm gonna be able to feel that, but sure.
Okay. The mage hand presses down and eventually the skull and the mage hand get enveloped by this viscous golden liquid. You don't feel or perceive anything happening to it. Anxie, how long do you keep this submerged?
Guys, do you think I should get it out now?
I mean, how long does your mage hand last?
I mean, it definitely.
I mean, we're not in a huge rush, are we? We can give it like 5-10 minutes.
I'm asking about the time. Oh, it's 1 minute.
Okay, well, 1 minute then, I guess.
Okay.
Actually, you might, if it goes past a minute, we'll just leave it there because it's not like we're going to do anything with it. It might, like, in a month's time, he might just walk out of the pool. Yeah.
I don't think we should do that.
Well, it's up to you. It's your mage hand.
Yeah, I get it out when, I mean, slightly before the minutes passed.
Just before a minute passes, you watch as the mage hand comes and bubbles out,
And there's no skull.
and you see what it is holding. As the mage hand comes out, the first thing that you see is some tousled brown hair, along with a face of a man you've never seen. His eyes are closed, his face is relaxed. He looks young-ish.
Okay. Do we? Is he finished? Like, we don't want to take him out when like half of him is restored, sort of thing. But if he's like all there, then we can take him out.
Guys, that's mental.
Well, I think we found where the resurrection magic went to.
Yeah.
Well, presuming he might not be alive. Like, if we, is he out now? Or is he still being dragged out?
Are you still pulling?
Yeah.
Pull with the mage hand up and up. You see the man's mouth, nicely clean shaven. You see his neck, and then boop, it comes free, and it's just his neck is ended. Your mage hand is about
Okay,
to run
yeah.
out.
Yeah, we get the
drop
head.
it. Well, I'd drop it and like leave it in for a bit. Let it finish cooking.
Do we want to resurrect Andy? Randy?
I mean, why not? Do we really hate him that much?
No, but like,
Share things with us.
wait, what did you say? Shift?
He could share things with us. He knows
Really?
things.
And we could insult him for the "it's child's play" really thing.
I mean, but
Yeah.
he also would be extremely scared because he's like outside of the of the island with some idiots Like,
Yeah, but it's better than him being dead.
I suppose. Okay, I let him cook.
So I do you want to, so if you could cast Mage Hand again, and basically just keep his head above, or just under, I guess.
Sure.
And just
You
see
cast
if it
Mage Hand
progresses.
again, and as you recast it, his head drops slightly and pops onto the liquid, but you cast it again, re-grab his head, and dunk it slightly under again.
Basically, it'd be good to know if like the rest of his skeleton not being there is resulting in not finishing, or if it's just need more time.
Everything for science, baby. Oh god. I mean, Gwen would be happy.
Yeah, exactly.
You hold. How much of the head are you holding underwater, under the liquid now?
The whole thing.
I would suggest if you could just hold it like hold it tilted so it's like nose is sticking out just in case it needs to breathe.
What he said.
Maybe.
Okay. You hold Randy at a snorkeling height. And as your minute is about to pass, you start to pull him up again to see if anything more's happened. You see his jaw, you see his neck, and you see even more pale skin going wide out to his shoulders. You see about halfway down his torso, and poof, pops out.
I'll do it again.
Okay, yeah. Put him in for another heating cycle.
You repeat the process until Randy is fully formed. You pull him out completely naked. One thing that you do note is that this man has a disproportionately large wang to the rest of his body. Not so much so that it's disturbing, but enough that those of you that are looking marvel at it briefly before you start to try and divert your eyes.
That's such a weird thing to add.
It's like a slight eye glance. It's like, what the fuck is that?
But
Can I check? So is he fully out now?
he is fully out, fully regrown, I guess you could say.
Can I check for pulse?
Pull Randy's body over and leave it on the grass.
Put some clothes on him. Like, I would get my old rope and try to, like, make sure he's not fucking naked when he wakes up, if he wakes up.
Very respectful of you. You, being the one that placed him, immediately go over to him, wrap some clothes around him. Even if you can't get them all on him immediately, at least covering him up is an important thing to do. You do so, and as you do, you feel Randy start to stir. You hear a slight groan in his voice and a squint in his closed eyes.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
His eyes slowly open, and you see golden irises. And as a bit more color returns to his skin, you catch wind of a faint golden glow coming from under his skin. Before he fully rouses, you inspect him a little closer, and you see his veins are golden.
That could be good, or that could be bad. Everyone
I
be
don't
ready
know.
just in case.
You take a step back and
Um,
Randy stirs more.
Can I be ready to use the wonder paralysis just
Yeah,
in
sure.
case he reacts in a way I don't expect?
You gonna say Bill?
No, carry on, carry on.
Randy slowly starts to stir. You see his golden irises, and they ever so faintly glow. It's hard to tell because the entire lake is glowing as well, but you can see that same sort of energy radiating from within him. He looks up at the sky. A confused expression crosses his face and looks over to you. My dad?
Well, technically, maybe not anymore. Do you know who you are?
Yeah. I'm Randallin. It's nice to meet you.
Gwen's husband?
Yeah. Yeah, I am. You see a warm smile comes across his face.
Holy fuck. What's the last thing you remember?
I remember being in a tunnel filled with mud and being overrun by some really creepy oversized spiders.
Oh god, we've done it. Okay.
Don't what?
Okay, well,
Am I alive?
I would suggest we move away from the lake a bit, set up camp, and try to talk it out a bit.
Okay,
Mhm.
Randallin. It's well, you have no fucking idea who we are because we've never met when you were actually alive. But we found your body and we know your wife and she's our friend and she lives in our manor. Oh god, there's so much to tell you and to ask.
Why's my wife living with you?
Well, because you were gone for years.
Hold on. And he sits up and the clothes you've wrapped over him sort of fall down a bit and he just pulls them up. Why am I naked? Where are we? What is that up there, pointing at the sky?
Well,
Again, it's a long story. Let's move away a bit, set up camp, get a fire going, and then we'll explain everything.
But I'm naked. Everyone turn it, look away. What are you creeps doing? Jeez.
we've covered you. Relax.
Actually, do you remember how long was it that he was missing for?
Well, he was missing for at least 7 years.
Okay, well, yeah, it's about
So it's
7
near
years,
8.
7-8 years since last remembered something.
So, Randy puts on the clothes that you've given him. Stretches. Oh, you hear several things click in his body, and as he stretches his full arm span out, you see a beautiful golden glow come off of him. And as he finishes stretches, it retracts slightly. What? He looks at his own arm. That's not the color it's meant to be. What's happened to me?
I think it's better than being dead, isn't it?
I wouldn't know. I don't know what being dead feels like.
Well, gone, making your wife basically worry to the extent of her becoming literally crazy and hurting
Okay,
herself.
let's not go into
Oh,
anything
okay.
too much now. Yeah, slowly.
You guys are saying some crazy
She is fine now, though.
Of course she's fine. She's a strong girl.
Right.
But yeah, let's move away from here and set up camp for a bit, I think.
You guys walk off and get a bit away from the thing. Randy's just looking round as you guys are walking. He sort of says, "We're not on Ralvirkil, are we?"
No, a road trip.
Yeah, we can show him the map and show roughly where we are.
Oh, okay.
I know how to make you feel somewhat comfier, though. We are fellow lost seekers.
Oh, okay.
We also found the big door thing in that tunnel as well.
Don't remember
Yeah.
Terry ever mentioning any of you guys.
Well, he did hire us like 7 years later, so, you know.
7 years?
Yeah, you were sleeping for that amount of time. Bit more.
Well, sleeping is a way to put it.
Yeah.
To sum it up, basically, we went to investigate the tunnel you were looking into, and you were dead.
You
Well,
Guessing the spiders got you.
your diary helped us a ton. So, that
Did
was
you
nice.
guys take credit for my work?
Really?
You did nothing, brother. You were dead, and we took no credit for your work, no. We said we found you.
Yeah, we let what's that guy's name now? The one in Sultan.
Terry.
We let Terry know, but your journal and all that.
Yeah, we told him we found your journal, we found, well, your skull, which is now you. Yeah, that's weird. Anyway, we did basically find you in your diary, and that's how we knew who you were.
Oh, and yeah, I think I've still got his diary as well.
Yeah. Oh, you can read it if you want. If you want to, I don't know. Memories. Who the fuck knows? But what do you mean credit for your work? How were we meant to even know about it if, well, you were dead and Gwen had no fucking idea what
I
you
don't
were working on?
know. People are always trying to get the next big break. I'm
Well,
on to
we-
something though, aren't I? That door. That's shit. That's something else.
You are onto something, Randy, and I think we got a bit more information on that.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, we can fill you in what we learned. If you want.
Yeah.
Like who's behind the door and such.
Who? Oh, yeah.
Well, it's your work, isn't it? You should know.
Sorry, it takes a while for it to come back to chat.
I
7
mean,
years.
Speaking more practically though, what are we going to do with him?
I mean, I have no damn
I mean,
clue.
we can't just teleport him back, can we?
No, and I don't think if he's like a normal human being now. Like he's some weird, I don't know,
I would say aberration.
creature.
Maybe.
I don't think aberration, like something divine.
I mean, he is right there. Like, calling an aberration's a bit harsh.
That's Torin. He's just. Oh, Randy, Torin started working for Terry before us. Maybe when you were missing. Huh. Maybe you don't know him. Anyway, never mind.
Torin, you remember Terry mentioning a Randy who had died a couple years before you had joined?
Well, Terry didn't know he was dead, did he? He knew he disappeared.
Oh, yeah. Well, disappeared, had been legally declared dead.
I was like, oh, it's like, so I'm kind of like, oh, I was like, I heard about you. Only Terry mentioned you maybe once, but I don't remember you too much.
Hmm.
So it's sad to see you. It's sad to see how you went, though. It really is tragic.
But you know my Gwen.
Yeah, she's friends with us.
How
We helped her recover.
is she?
She's fine
What-
now.
Way better. She was not doing well.
Can't imagine she would be. You said 7 years.
Bit more, yeah.
Oh, okay, get back to it.
Okay, long term, that's probably a good goal. Short term, we need to work out what exactly is going on first.
Can we like investigate him as he's an alive
Yeah.
living
A- a-
creature?
As I'm sure you've noticed like your skin's kind of golden and such, which isn't
Yeah.
normal. And also, so for the past year, when we've been carrying you around, you've been a skull. We put you at the lake over there, and then you came out as this. So, yeah.
What is
Yeah.
that lake? What is
We
that
don't know.
overhead? That he looks up into the sky. That's not what the sky is meant to look like.
Oh yeah, that's a lich battling the gods.
Yeah, we've got no
It's a
idea
long
how that
story.
happened. No, we have no idea how that happened.
Something's battling the gods. Why isn't it dead?
Well, you don't know what's a lich. Aren't you a historian?
Yeah, I know what a lich is, but it's still nothing compared to a god.
I mean, it's a
Well,
lich empowered with
apparently-
the blood of the gods. You know, as I said, long story.
Not that we know of it, you know. We have no idea how that happened.
I mean, to be fair, like if we get him back to the man, he's going to notice like the hole in the wall, like with a chair in it.
That's
That's-
talking too far into the future.
That hole has been sealed up.
Yeah,
okay,
that too.
okay. Yeah, so I think so. We can contact Gwen, but I think for now we need to work
No.
out what's going on. Yeah, as I
We
said, for now
cannot tell her. Yeah.
we need to work out what's going on before we, go into that, and then obviously long term, if everything works out okay, we can see about getting you back. I mean,
This man
eventually
should
we are.
not be alive.
Yeah, eventually we are going back to the mainland ourselves as well, so we could take you with us.
We
If it
are
all
on the
works out well.
mainland.
Like
You
you
mean
know what I
island.
mean, like the island. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll stick with you guys for now.
You don't really have a choice, do you?
Not exactly.
Yeah, smart boy. Anyway, Randy, do you feel any different right now? Because your body is different from what it used to be.
Well, I feel really tired for one. But
Any powers?
he just sort of like starts inspecting his arms and his body. Baylor, you're the most equipped to give a medicine check if you want to try.
I'll give that
Can
a
we
go.
help him so he gets advantage?
Um,
No,
I can guidance myself with this though, right?
you
Do you
can.
still have tech magic running?
Yeah,
could you
it
use
runs
it
for
again?
10 minutes.
Just to see if he's still radiating magic.
Randy's body is teeming with magic.
And it's the same kind, it's still evocation magic.
Yeah. You
That's a
look
good check.
over Randy's body, and he submits. He's sort of like realizes he's out of his depth, is in some kind of gratitude to you, is unsure whether he should really be thankful yet or not, but is at the very least being subservient to your requests. You look his body over. His skin is magnificent. You don't see a single flaw anywhere in his body. As you were like looking things over, Randy's sort of like looking at his body himself as like, he used to have a scar there. I had a birthmark there. Where's that gone? It's almost like his entire body has been wiped clean and is now in its perfect, most immaculate state.
Do you guys reckon it's worth filling up the portable hole with that golden stuff? Seems pretty useful.
The golden veins, the golden irises. You feel a warm sense of comfort coming from every part of Randy as you inspect him over. A curious thought comes to your mind, Baylor. As you see his golden veins, and you see a small little dagger strapped to your belt.
know if I want to do that.
Is he invincible?
I mean, you could try pricking his finger, maybe, and see if he bleeds gold. If Randy, if you're okay with that, Randy, just see what's going on.
If it's a small cut, yeah.
Maybe it would be like a pinprick sort of thing with all, but you
Yeah.
don't need anything more.
We'll keep it small, and
Baylor can heal you as well.
I kind of
I can.
turn my head around. I'm just thinking, oh, just a small prick. As he as he remembers his whole arm being just like a stern, like
It's
It's like a circular hole in your arm, yeah.
like is there any kind of scarring at it, or is it just like fully healed?
it's fully your arm is fully healed. You don't even see any sort of semblance of it. So, Baylor, you take the small knife that you've got on you. You look at Randy once more just to assure, are you sure? And he sort of gives you a nod, but as you take the knife a bit closer, you feel his body tense up a little bit and sort of like him feeling a bit hesitant, but he gives you yet another nod and you make a small incision in his skin. First of all, his skin feels quite difficult to make an incision into, sort of like your knife pressed for a bit longer than you would have expected needed to. And then as you do, and you quickly make a slit and you draw the knife back, gold trickles out from the slit that you've made. A much thinner liquid, nowhere near as viscous as what beholds the lake. Much, much more similar to the viscosity of your own blood that you've seen. Drips and flows out of Randy. He looks at it completely mystified. Seems a lot changed in 7 years, maybe?
It changed in the last couple of minutes.
Okay.
Does the wound heal itself up as the golden liquid bleeds over it?
It does not.
Wait, so the wound just stays. He's not healed, he's taken damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good.
So it seems like his skin's tougher than normal, but it's not like he instantly heals or anything.
I was worried that we created an invincible human being and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking like the first thought of before I remembered I'd Randy's skull was putting one of the cultist bodies in. I'm glad I didn't suggest that.
Valid.
Yeah, Baylor, if you want to heal up the wound, then I guess if you can.
I want to see if the liquid from the lake will heal the wound.
I mean, I could pour a little from one of the vials I've got.
Give that a shot.
I'll try and pour as little as I can over it.
As you do, the very viscous liquid of the lake falls on the small incision made. It covers up the slit, bleeding stops, and as the viscous liquid starts to drip off Randy's body, you catch it in the vial again, and there is not even a semblance of the slit that has been left.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
So, what does this mean?
It means you've been given a second chance.
Try to avoid mud tunnels with giant spiders from now on.
Yeah, I think that's a mistake I won't be making twice.
But I mean, in the short term, I think what we'll do is, we're heading to meet somebody on the continent. If you come with us, we will eventually head back towards the island and to the manor where Gwen is.
Yeah, and you get to see your wife again.
If that's okay with you.
Also, I don't think we should tell her yet about you being back.
Hmm.
I
I
think
think we should give it some time until we know everything we need to know
Yeah.
about your new condition.
I don't want to bring false hope into her life because she's been through a lot, and telling her her husband is back from the dead and then him just not showing up would be just extremely hurtful. I hope you understand.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it should be like a surprise for her. Telling her is not going to make me get to
be a
her any
surprise.
quicker.
Yeah, I'm just surprised you're so intact with your memories and your brain after all this.
Yeah, quick brain teaser. What was it? What did you say about the puzzle in your journal? Like it's what really?
Oh, it's child's play. The thing was easy.
Okay. Your memory's still there.
Why was it a child's play, in your opinion?
I mean, it was just a simple repeating pattern with the natural numbers of the world 3, 6, 9, and then reversed.
Yeah, that's how we found it out as well. It was just such an easy puzzle.
I mean, I very much got in my own head about it. Me and Gwen had a bit of an argument before I left. Well, a couple
She
days before I
mentioned.
left, but I was not in the right headspace when I got there. So it took me a couple days before I was really thinking about it. But the moment I started and mentally reset, I figured it out more or less instantly.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So you guys went in there, went past it. You said you saw the door.
Yeah.
Cool as
We killed
fuck,
the
right?
big spider first,
I, appreciate that.
Can you sign your name in this book? Just to be safe.
That's a really creepy looking book.
I'll
It's
trust.
fine. Like her name's in it as well, and I point to Anxie. It's fine. It's good.
Okay. He
Tess
picks up
saved
the
my
quill
life.
and writes his name. What are all your names, by the way? Who? Well, I know you're Lost Seekers, but who are you?
Well, wouldn't you like to know?
Well, I'm Andros. That's Anxie. That's Baylor. Torin. The two people T-posing off in the corner are Cedric and Zinni.
Well, you guys never let me be mysterious.
If he's going to be traveling with us, he's going to work it out eventually.
Well, yeah, but for a while I can mess with his head.
I mean, he's been he's been dead for 7 years. I don't think he needs his head messing with anymore.
Well, he's not felt, to that. Sorry, go on, Baylor.
Andros, are you okay? Because normally you're the one who wants to hide who you are.
Yeah, but I mean,
Rude.
he's been in my bag for a year or two.
Oh, do you feel like you guys are family?
I mean, my pack's feeling a bit lighter, which is strange.
Oh yeah, Randy, you have to thank basically Andros for your
You've just been
revival,
carrying
honestly.
my skull around?
Yeah, we were going to talk to you, but we kept putting it off.
Right. That's creepy. Thank you, but that is creepy.
Sure is.
I mean, if it wasn't for me, they would have just left you in my cave.
Well, I mean, I'm really excited. What do you guys think's behind that door?
1 second, I need to look up what his name is. Lekvanov.
Who?
Oh yeah.
He was as far as I'm aware, he was a former member of the Smiling Shields. Is that what it's called?
Hmm. I don't know whether
Who
he was a
betrayed
member of the
them.
Smiling Shields.
I mean, I think he's related to them in some way because in the legend lore, like it looked like he betrayed one of them.
Yeah, we're still making sense of it ourselves.
You guys are way off.
What do you mean?
Who do you think's behind it?
Literally never heard of a guy named Lekranov with the smirking shields. It's clearly got Baron Verkil behind it.
Well, who the fuck's Baron Verkil? You know, if maybe that's Lekranov, and that's a different name for him.
I mean, did you also know that that's not the only door?
I had my suspicions. It's been noted that that symbol, the sort of like zigzag thing, that's been
The Smirking Shield. Or which one?
I guess you could say it is a bit of a smirk, yeah.
I do draw it to
Yeah.
him basically, and I tell him that's the symbol.
Well, I mean, if you just like turn the page in your journal a bit, there's the sketch I did of the door with the symbol as well.
Yeah.
Smirking.
But there's like we know there's one under the bound in Valhaford. For example,
Yeah, there's going to be one where each of the former
each of
barons
the
are.
cities are, yeah.
And what do you think? There is one in Esberg Hills, basically where we found you.
No,
Well, that's 'cause it
I
used to be
wouldn't think
city,
so. Esparg Hills was its own sort of small independent nation at the time. It was never associated with the lords.
Mhm.
Or barons, as they were called. But that's why I'm convinced that whatever's behind the door is Baron Verkil.
I mean, I can technically speak to him if you want, and I don't think I can have him speak to you, but yeah, he's not very friendly. Whatever name he goes by.
Wait. So, you think that there was one main baron named Verkil, and then all the other ones were just for the main cities?
Yeah, I mean, the island is literally called Domain of Verkil.
Yes, but why do you assume he was a baron?
All the others' titles at the time were baron as well.
Well,
I mean,
I get- Theoretically, maybe he could be a king too, but it's normally fitting for just people to copy titles, or at the very least be like maybe one below sometimes.
but it could
Can I-
also be a dark creature.
Can I use major or minor image to show him what he looks like?
Well, Lekranov.
Lekranov.
You cast minor image, and he should have looks at it. Wait, is it minor or major?
I'll do major. Why not?
You cast major image, and he looks over. Doesn't look like anyone or anything that I recognize. I've never even heard the name Lekranov before.
I think he's related in some way to Rechluvius.
Revetchless.
Revetchless. Oh, yes, sorry, Revetchless. The Baleful Eclipse. Yeah. I never got around to figuring out why he had such a... had such a local name. No, that name doesn't get used anywhere else. Baleful Eclipse. Proper creepy name, too. Oh. Well. I mean, I guess I didn't expect to be woken up. I didn't know I was asleep. But this is not what kind of conversation I was expecting to have.
What did you expect?
I thought I was dead. I thought you were about to judge all my life's decisions.
Or
Well,
on
yeah,
the
I could judge the decision to go for a tunnel infested with spiders is a pretty bad one.
There weren't any spiders when I went in. I found just a mound going down, not a single semblance of spiders in there. I went in, went all the way to the door, looked at the door, stayed there for like a day, came back, on my way out, got swarmed as the spiders came in.
I will give it you did make it pretty close to the entrance.
Yeah, you literally died before you could exit.
Well, that's
That's kind of
rough.
unfortunate, actually.
But to be fair, I don't really care about your life choices. I care about finding out what's wrong with the island.
You and me both, sister. It's something that's been troubling me for so long. 'Cause I hate how everyone just accepts that the island is the way it is. It does. Surely it doesn't have to be. Literally no other place in the world is like this. Why do we have to sit here and take it?
Oh, I mean, if you want to know something cool as well, on the island I can summon shamblers.
Huh?
Well, that's maybe something you shouldn't have told him.
Well, I think Gwen knows, doesn't she? But you'll find out eventually.
Maybe.
What do you mean?
He's a warlock.
Like, I can point to the ground and one can come out of the ground. And I control it.
All right, go ahead.
I can't do it if we're not on the island. We're not on the island.
Right.
So-
They do seem to be limited to the island itself.
No, I get it. Your girlfriend exists, but she lives in another city. I get it.
That's funny, but Randy, he is actually sincere, and that's what makes us think that Revetulus is tightly connected with the reason why there's shamblers on the island, because our friend here is connected to Revetulus, and he's gotten his powers from him. And he can summon a shambler, which is something that happens on the island, right?
You signed a
As I'm
contract
thinking
with
about
Revetulus.
As Angsy's saying all that, I'm just like waving in the background.
You actually signed a contract with Revetulus.
Technically, yes, not knowingly. I was
What
kind
on
of
earth
drowning.
possessed you to do that?
Well, I was like 9 or
Revetulus,
something.
apparently.
And drowning.
Right. That's an excuse, I guess. Probably as good as any that you can get. Wow.
Oh, I just realised with the cloud thing, we don't have to take a boat again. We just fly.
True.
Huh. You lot are a curious bunch. You have some kind of like group name or something, or are you all just traveling as individuals?
We're a group.
Oh?
Mm-hmm.
We are a group, but doesn't seem we're very confident enough of a group, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
No,
But it's
we
Wayward Wanderers.
yeah. Heroes of Edgewood, very famous in Rauhafford.
I guess the heroes of Relecrum as well, like recently.
Heroes of Relecrum, yeah, that one as well. What else are we? Well, we are Lost Seekers, friends with Terry. Friends with the Druids.
Druids?
Layers of a demigod.
Don't speak for yourself, but yeah.
Slayers of a demigod, yeah. Oh. Yeah. And we hate Dewey. Oh, mate. Oh.
Dewey? Wait, Dewey? Why'd you hate
Do you know
Dewey? He's just a
him?
little kid. His dad's nice
Oh.
enough.
His dad's gone, and Dewey is now the Lord.
Oh, never
Oh, oh.
mind. I could. Well,
Exactly.
Dewey's in power?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I probably hate him too.
You know that big hole?
Uh huh.
You know, we fixed that situation as well.
What do you mean fixed? It's just
Oh,
a big
yeah.
hole.
Well, we
The whole
killed a
monsters
brute
coming out of
mother.
everything.
What? You killed a
Oh,
what?
I can draw that for you. And I draw the creature with slate.
That thing is horrific, and I wish you hadn't drawn it for me.
Well, now you know of it. Terry was very happy with our job there.
In any case, I think it's probably worthwhile just getting some rest now. Sounds like you need it. There's a lot to think
Uh,
about.
There's some more things I want to tell him though. So we found something in. It's not Dragon's Rest, is it? Was it Dragon's Rest, the town where we have like basically the noble people, the
Yeah, it's
rich
Dragon's
people
Rest,
are
yeah.
in the
I think
yeah.
this is where we found like hidden like tomb thing.
Yeah, in Dragon's Rest we found a tomb, which was in honor of two of the Smirking Shields people.
You said this a couple of times.
And
Right? What is the Smirking Shields?
Some organization, basically. I don't know.
As far as we can tell, it's a group of people from quite a while ago. We don't know a whole lot about them though.
Or from like the island's like founding or settling?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, for example, you know
Oh!
that like big canyon outside Dragon's Rest. We know that it's got something to do with them in some way.
Okay.
And obviously their symbol is on like the big doors and such, which
So
suggests
that's
something related to
their symbol.
Yeah.
Yes, that checks.
Yeah.
It does look like it's smirking. Huh.
Yeah. Also, we. The things we read, basically the information given, the document given to us by Terry, where before we started working for him, where we had a diary of the first settler or something like that.
Terry procured a diary from a settler?
Oh yeah.
That's
And I
insane. That's literally like
basically-
a holy grail that he talked about, he dreamed of having.
Oh yeah, he got it, and it was very informative and weird. And I'll basically relay the information that I remember from it, and the weird things we pointed out from it as well.
Huh. With your key mind, you can just retell him the entire diary verbatim.
And that's what I'm doing, but I don't remember it myself, so.
Oh, okay. Hi, Tony.
Hello.
You've caught us at a very weird
Oh.
time. Would someone like to explain to Tony what's happened?
I don't know how to explain that.
We left the town as clouds, and we were flying along, and we saw this golden weave in the sky that was dripping, and we found a lake full of the golden stuff it was dripping with, and Andros stuck his finger in it, and it healed the scar that was on his finger. So then Andros decided to blast Torin with an Eldritch Blast, put a hole in his arm, and he stuck his arm in the lake, and it healed it. Like, no scars, no nothing. And then we got bright idea to submerge a Randy skull in the lake and let it cook for a bit. And it brought Randy back to life. But we don't know if it is really, really Randy or if it's a permanent thing or not, because some things are a little bit different. Like, he has golden irises for eyes, and he has golden blood.
But he knows everything, like Randy knew, and is acting like we'd expect Randy to, sort of thing.
Yeah, he's got all Randy's memories. So at this stage, it's Randy, but it could be something else.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I just want to say, like, I want to take credit for that idea of putting Randy's skull in when we were just about to leave.
Yeah.
It's
It
a
was
rather
Alex's idea.
ingenious idea.
Also, something to note is that I did use detect magic, and the magic coming off of the lake is evocation magic. And evocation magic is the school of magic that's used for healing, but it's not the school of magic used for resurrecting people.
It's also the school of magic used for damaging spells like fireball and stuff like that too.
I mean, it might just be
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's such powerful healing. It does like kind of resurrection by default.
Yeah, this could like be a raw evocation magic. This is the source. It's coming direct from the source, kind of thing. Like the weave in Baldur's Gate kind of magic. This could be the source, which is why it's powerful enough to heal the skull back to a full person, but it's not resurrected him per se.
So yeah,
And
weird.
yeah, at the moment we're having a conversation with Randy.
Catching him up to speed.
Yeah, you've
Okay.
been dead for 7 years, and you spent the last 2 years in my bag as a skull. And your wife went crazy and such.
And Gwen's in love with Baylor now, not you, sorry.
We haven't said anything like that because it's just probably not true.
Tony is the only Baylor Gwen shipper. But yeah, it's a crazy time.
I mean, think about it. We could charge like incredible amounts of gold to like nobles who have died, and we can like set up like a resurrection service.
The thing I'm wondering is, because of course Scop isn't here, but we as characters don't know it, but our players know it, that Cedric has his mother's skull with him.
Mm,
Yeah, that's a good point actually.
guess we would have to end the session in here. Like we shouldn't move somewhere physically.
You guys are just
there was
making
always the
camp for the
option-
night.
I mean, there was a suggestion I had where we basically take the corpses out of the portable hole and just fill the portable hole with the gold and stuff. So a portable resurrection pool.
So, what were we saying just before all this?
Well, I fed more information to Randy. Basically, I told him about the diary of the first settler, whatever.
You basically catch up to speed with literally everything, including everything you know. The fact that Dragon's Rest isn't named after the dragons; it's named after the Dragonborn who was buried there, which served as a memorial. Blah blah blah.
Mhm.
That Iron Fetter used to be called Ral Andruk, which is something that he says he did know.
I would imagine.
Oh, what was it that reacted when we and Raoul Hafford to the symbol on the wall when Baylor went close to it? We had like an object that reacted heavily to it, or something.
It was the box that
Oh, the box
Lord
we opened
Hafford-
that had like the note in.
No, it was
Yeah.
the stone key that you found inside the tomb in Dragon's Rest,
right.
which you then used to open up the box that Harley gave you, which is Hennard's son.
Hmm.
Yes.
But yeah, we're not telling Gwen yet either. Like, we're gonna have him travel with us for now, and if all checks out, then we'll take him back with us when we go back to the island.
Oh, right. Well, Tony, you've come at a bit of an unfortunate time because I was just about to end the session.
That's fine. It's my own fault.
It's all right. Well, as you are now making camp beside this beautiful golden lake, as the sky overhead turns dark and you see the beautiful mesh of colors overhead and floating celestial bodies throughout the sky, you take solace in knowing that after all this time, something has come of hucking Randy's skull around everywhere. Whether you have, in fact, resurrected him or just performed some other kind of magic that is hitherto unknown to you will be something that you discover at a later date. But for now, with a person breathing beside you who wouldn't be if you didn't interpose yourselves, that is where we'll bring tonight's session to a close. Good job, gamers. That was some very interesting role playing.
I don't trust it.
I mean, I think he's fine, but I think he might randomly explode in like a few sessions' time or something.
Or maybe it's like Lyra fucking with us.
What fucking with us?
The god of Fae.
I mean, I thought he'd just go back to following Steve, to be honest.
I'd hope so.
No, I don't trust it. I don't trust it anymore.
I mean, it kind of makes sense though. Like, so resurrection magic disappears. This giant wound thing's opening. This kind of bunch of liquid comes out that happens to resurrect people. It's like I can understand if we came across a random golden pool out of nowhere, but we can kind of see this one came as a result of the Lich fighting the gods and such.
Hmm.
So it kind of makes sense for there to be some weird divine shit going on.
The thing that bothers me is that it's evocation magic, and evocation magic isn't the magic you use to resurrect people with, which makes me think that it is either very, very powerful from the source evocation magic that's resurrected him, or this is just temporary.
But evocation magic isn't like really trickery magic either, is it?
It's not, no.
It's like fireball and shit, which I don't think he's a fireball.
No, he's not. He's not. A lot of damaging spells are evocation magic.
But I mean, evocation magic does include things like mass heal and power word heal. Like, it does include healing magic.
It is, all the healing magic falls under evocation
So
magic.
it could just be like it being such pure evocation, it just happens to heal him from anything basically.
Yeah. That is possible.
I mean, the way I see it is like either Randy's alive, which is win-win, or he suddenly dies and he's back to being a skull, which, oh well.
Yeah, either way, it's really interesting, and it was a really good idea to put his skull in the.
I mean,
in the lake.
If Sid was swimming around in it, wouldn't that mean his mother's skull was also submerged?
We can't say he was. He's just sort of ever present, but not present.
We can't decide for him when he's not here.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.